creepers, you can grow cows out of the ground, or use stuff you would just never think of using before. If you're new here, or you just need a refresher, I've just uploaded a base tour. Check that out, or you can watch the entire series.
Yes, sir.
We do have a problem though. Stop the cap. Recently, my channel has been plateauing, so if you guys could do me a favor, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, because I only upload quality content. Before the video starts, I want to talk about the best Minecraft server ever, Docs.gg. I know we had a lot of problems with the server, we had people hacking, but honestly, I think that makes the server even better. There might be a chance that some hacker gives you OP and you can blow up the server. Now that is an experience. But seriously, I think all the major problems are fixed. There's probably still glitches. We made this server so people can enjoy something different than your regular servers. We have amazing factions and kit PvP. Just look at that amazing map. And two of my favorite game modes, Sky Wars, aka Sock Wars. It's your regular Sky Wars, but now there's extra added effects like creeper rain and actual black holes, and it's a lot of fun. And we just recently uploaded a new game mode called Lava Rises. You have to race to the top while lava is literally rising from the ground. And there's even mystery boxes that allow you to get new items, stuff like that, that gives you advantages over your opponents. Honestly, the game mode is amazing. Everything on the server is amazing. Just make sure you're playing in 1.8.9. That's the best version. Nonetheless, let us get to the video. It is edited differently. I will no longer be showing the days on the top of the video while editing. I hope you guys understand, and it will actually make the videos better, and it will help me as well. Hope you guys enjoy. What is up, guys? Welcome to 1,100 days in modded Minecraft, but today we are not going to be working in our base, but we're going to go work on Jurassic Sock, our dinosaur park. I left off by just finishing the fence using these slab patterns, and honestly, it looks pretty good. I wanted to start with the actual sign that said Jurassic Sock, but I built it out of cobblestone because I've never built letters in Minecraft before. I can't make letters in Minecraft? What is that? I think the reason I was struggling so much is because the letters were too small, so I decided to go big or go home. Oh, how's that looking? That's much better than the other ones. Look at that, JNU, compared to this. The final sign would not be made out of cobblestone, as I can build on top of it, but I was more worried if it was centered. That's also when I came across my first problem. I have no idea how to make the S's. Do I make it like squarey, or do I make it like woo, like wiggly? I ended up thinking too much, so I just went for it. Boom, this took way longer than it should have. It did take a lot longer than expected, especially those S's. The debate, though, was I supposed to put socks next to Jurassic or beneath it? I measured how much room I had for another word, and it fit perfectly right underneath. I mean, the entrance was not going to be as big as I wanted to, but it's okay. And here it is, all cleaned up, to a much scarier, more T-Rex suitable place. So it was time to get to work, and that meant I had to take out my original castle that I used to live in. So sad. Or just use TNT. It wasn't that effective. I decided not to completely destroy the castle, because what if we could turn it into a dinosaur lab area? I was relieved to keep it and started working on a pathway. I was deciding on what blocks to use, and I decided to go with mostly grays. So the current path in the village was going to get yeeted and deleted. I finished up the walkway, except I didn't like this one green block that I was using. So I took out that block, fixed up the path, and look how much better it looks now. This made me relax a bit, because the whole area was a mess, but now this sort of puts it together. You're probably assuming what I have to do now, and that's take out these houses because I have to put dinosaurs here. I find it really funny that I'm taking down houses that are meant for people so I can have a dinosaur park. That shows you that I have my priorities straight. Wow, now everything looks horrible again, and it's so empty. Fixed up some of the rough patches and started outlining the pens for where the dinosaurs will be. I know I wanted to give them a lot more room because I wasn't going to make the same mistake I did back in 300 days. And I guess we should test already if we should put some dinosaurs in here, right? You're exactly right, Soxer One. It's time to raise some dinos. I already had a lot of dinosaur DNAs made in the last 100 days, but now it was time to make them. But all I worried about right now was the grass-eating one. I looked up that really tall dinosaur. This is what I want. This is the one I want to see while I enter. I usually didn't know the name of the dinosaurs, but I knew I wanted the Brachiosaurus, or the long-necked dinosaur, to be what you see first when you enter Jurassic Sock. Look, it's my tiny dinosaur. He's growing. Growing sequence finished, and I had the egg, and it was time to put in our first dinosaur into our park. We have an egg. While I waited for the egg to hatch, I made the area look nicer, and also fixing up the other rough patches, and of course perfecting my pathway. And that's when it happened. The long-necked dinosaur hatched. Teeny tiny dinosaur? Hello? Oh my god, you're so adorable. He or she, I don't know, is actually really adorable, but I had to get him some food and water. There are 2 dinosaur mods that we're using, so it's a bit confusing, but after reading the wiki, I just had to give him a water pool and he eats the grass. There wasn't much else I could do except for wait for him to grow, so I just kept on building more cages. It looks good! I also gave Mr. Dino Man a tree just in case. Since that was taken care of, it was time to get some more dinosaurs and doing my best to pronounce their names correctly. This guy is called Lepidium. I can't even pronounce it. But look how adorable it is. We can have this thing. More importantly, I ended up making 5 Triceratops. I know this dinosaur from Toy Story. Yes, most of my dinosaur knowledge is from Toy Story or Jurassic Park. I placed in the 5 Triceratops and I also had 3 Ankylosauruses. Oh, these are the spike ball men. But before I could put them in, all my Triceratops hatched and look how adorable they are. Oh, we have 4 green ones and 1 orange one. After staring at the Triceratops for like 3 hours, I placed in the rest of the eggs. I made sure to give each of the cages water and whoa, all the spike balls guys hatched in front of me. And this dinosaur as well, the Stegosaurus, who has spikes on his back. I think we can agree that all the baby dinosaurs are equally cute.
See you later, eaters.
Oh no, they found an exit. Oh no, no, no. That's right, we had our first runaways and that was the spike balls. But the main problem is that I had no idea how to get them back in the cage. My first attempt was trying to attach a lead to them, but that didn't work. After quick research, I learned about a golden lasso that allows you to pick up any creature, including dinosaurs, so I used that to move them back into the pen. The hole was patched, and the only thing I could do now is wait for the dinosaurs to grow. All the problems were taken care of, and it was time to work on a new cage, the carnivore area, or aka where the T-Rex is gonna be. This place has to be absolutely massive, so I decided this entire desert will be connected to Jurassic Sock, but it will be a giant cage. The problem is that it can't be a desert. I have to transform this entire biome into a grassland. Soxer1, you must be crazy, and to answer that question, yes I am. The first step is getting a lot of dirt because I need to cover an entire desert. You're probably just asking, why don't I just build the park in this grassland here? Well, the only grass here is in front of the sign, and there's no way I'm rebuilding that sign, so I would rather change an entire biome. Oh my god, this is so satisfying. It was one thing to get all that dirt, and it was another thing to constantly repair my shovel with flex tape. Or just be Soxer1, where you forget to repair one of the most powerful shovels in the game. Oh no, 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 I just broke my ultimate shovel. Don't worry, I had a backup emerald shovel and it still instant broke everything. After a long dirt session, I thought I would check up on my dinosaurs. Dinosaurs? Where are my long-necked dinosaurs? For some reason, all my dinosaurs were okay, except for Longneck. I lost the long-necked dinosaur. I checked if he could escape somewhere, but I found nothing. Back to mining dirt, I guess. But finally, I ended up getting 4 whole double chests of just dirt, so I hope that was gonna be enough. And so the great dirt over desert biome began. And we have reached the ocean. That is 1 strip down, and we have to do like 10 more of those. And it's not like I can just keep building. The desert's not completely flat. I actually have to mine some sand as well. I was now regretting everything I was doing at this moment. 2 layers complete. Ha ha! And then 3 layers. Instead of just going layer after layer, I decided to make a perimeter, so all I had to do was fill that in. That helped me see actually how big this park was gonna be, and yeah, I still had lots to go. It's a blood moon right now. What is this? What are you guys doing? Just like that, I went through 4 double chests of dirt. I ran out of dirt. I actually ran out of dirt. I have to go get more dirt. How does someone run out of dirt? Obviously someone who's building a giant grass biome over a desert. So after a couple more days, I have now 4 more double chests of dirt. Don't believe me? Just look at this entire mountainside. It's destroyed. But now I finally had enough dirt to finish the entire thing. Here, it's done. The great dirt box is finished. You're probably wondering about the little sand mountain in the middle. Well, I'm gonna turn that into a giant volcano. I was still debating if the area was big enough, and I decided, hey, it's gonna take a long time for the dinosaurs to grow anyway, so might as well start with this size. The question is now, what are you gonna use as a fence for the carnivore / T-Rex area? Well, luckily in the Mod Jurassic Craft, they come with like this electric fence that looks amazing. The beauty of this is that you can make it as high as you want to, and even as long as you want to. I was completely sold for this fence design, and it was pretty cheap as well, so I made hundreds of them. I'm not joking, I made hundreds of them. Then I had to return back to Jurassic Sock, and I actually had to remove some dirt so I could put in the fence, which is funny because I spent so long putting in the dirt. So how these fences work is that they have a base and then these tall poles, and then the fence connects between the poles. The only thing left is that we have to activate them, and then they go boom, 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 boom. That was my way of describing the fence being built. I still had to wrap this fence design all the way around this dark cube, which took a long time. The fences weren't activated yet, but it was already how I imagined it. Just when I thought things were going perfectly, something went wrong. For some reason, reason it says the base is wrong. That is a bad sign. When it says the base is wrong, that means the fence is not gonna build, and when there's no fence, that means I can't put any dinosaurs anywhere. When something like this happens, I take a step back because usually it's just something very dumb, and since I'm from the future, yes, it was something very dumb. At this time, I didn't know what was wrong with the fence, so I decided to go back to my base and collect all my redstone because I'm gonna need it anyway to build the fence. If that confused you, basically the electric fence needs redstone and iron to work. The other problem was though, after searching all my chests, I only have one stack of redstone left. So that meant I had to take a little bit of time and set up some new quarries. It's a bit annoying though because now I have to mine well outside my base because everything near my base is already mined out, which means a whole lot of pipes to connect everything. I set up 2 mining stations outside my base, but my goal was to set up 8 of them. I forgot how satisfying it is when these things mine. They go so fast. So yeah, that's exactly what I did. I set up 8 more mining quarries. We leave these guys running for a little bit and we'll have redstone in no time. The only thing left was feeding the black hole. That way I had power for all the quarries. It hasn't destroyed our base yet, so that's always a good sign. I decided it was going to take a bit of time before the quarries got the redstone, so I mined a little bit on my own. And I took it back to Jurassic Sock to figure out what was wrong with the fences. And it was a little silly mistake. I built the entire structure of the fence wrong. It's supposed to be 1 level higher. It's good that I figured it out, but that means I have to change everything that I built. Bruh. So yeah, that's what I had to do. I had to take down all my fences and rebuild the new one. I noticed another problem is that how are we gonna stop mobs just from spawning inside Jurassic Sock like this sea viper? I had a solution. I would use those torches called magnum torches that would stop mobs spawning, but I was gonna worry about that later. Finally, I had 1 fence ready to test, and that's when it occurred to me how expensive this is all gonna cost. In order to build the fence between the poles, it requires 100 iron and 200 redstone. It makes sense because I'm building a very large fence, but 200 redstone just for 1 fence? I was already committed to this fence design, and it was worth it because that is a good looking fence. I'm assuming I'm going to be building about 100 fences, so that's about 6 whole double chests of just redstone needed for this project. And I'm totally fine with that because it's completely worth it. Now it was time to plan out where the entrance will be. It's going to be much bigger than the main entrance, and it connects perfectly to the other park. I'm just going to leave it like this for now and get myself some more dinosaurs. Not just any dinosaur, the T-Rex. I only have 1 of him right now, so I got to make sure to take good care of him. I'm going to raise him first in this herbivore pen where the Stegosaurus used to be, or the guy with the spiky back, but I have no idea where he went. I also put in cattle so he has food. And of course I checked up on my other dinosaurs. This one seems a lot bigger. Why do they always hug around the fences? For some reason, all my dinosaurs love the fence, and I have no idea why. Nonetheless, while I wait for the T-Rex to hatch, I decided to go and add even more quarries because I'm going to need a lot of redstone now. I ended up adding 5 more. And what are these Minecraft girlfriends doing? They're like sitting in oil. Anyway, my previous mining station's finished, but they don't pick up liquid, so now I have all this oil in the ground. On top of it, there's mobs spawning in it, so it's even causing lag. So I gotta create some pumps to clear that all out. I had a quick stop at my storage system, and look how fast these quarries are filling up this storage crate. I went back to my crafting station and crafted up all those pumps, and I put them all in. Oh my goodness, I don't think you realize the severity of how much oil is here. I'm running like 5 FPS just looking at it. It was all set up, so it was time to go back to Jurassic Sock, and hey, look, my T-Rex hatched. He's kind of ferocious, but he's so small and tiny. I was really glad that everything was fine. I thought he would escape or something. I nearly forgot to take care of one quick errand back at my base. I set up all these mining stations, and they're bringing all these ores, but I didn't put enough storage so they actually have some place to go. So I crafted up all these storage crates, and I stacked them all on top of each other. Since I was here at my base, I don't know if you guys remember this machine, but this thing makes me plastic. The reason I'm mentioning it now is because it's completely automatic, so that means it's been on this entire time. So yeah, look at all that plastic that's been made. Before I craft up those plastic blocks, I still find this machine fascinating. Look at all those tree branches moving into the machine. Anyway, I turned all that plastic into black plastic block. You know where it's going? Into my spaceship slash star room. I don't think people realize that these blocks are completely textureless. I mean, it's like looking into the void. So when the room is finished, the only thing you'll see are the stars, and that's the plan. I used up all the blocks that I had, and I nearly completed the room, so that means next 100 days this room could be finished. It was time to head back to Jurassic Sock, but I don't know if you guys remember a problem where I had other mobs spawning in the dinosaur park. I have a solution though. You see this torch right in front of me? It's called the Magnum torch, and it stops all mobs spawning in a 64 block radius. So I'm gonna craft up a couple and bring them over. Crafting recipe for it's not hard though, it's just weird. You need like chandeliers and then Minecraft potions. It's just whack. And when those were finished, I brought them over to Jurassic Sock, and now we don't have to worry about giant sea vipers spawning with my dinosaurs. And my T-Rex is still alive, so that's a relief. So what are you doing here, Socks for One? What do you plan to do? Well, I left this castle here is because I want to turn this castle into the dinosaur lab lab area. I was a bit confused though, because how was I gonna turn this castle into something that looks good? I was gonna go for this open looking design so I could just walk in and walk out and not worry about any doors. And after polishing it up a bit, you can already see like a balcony on top. It's actually looking pretty good. I try to keep the symmetry all around the area and thinking ahead like where I'm gonna put my elevator so I can go up and down the floors. Lab equipment on the other hand, I kind of just put in the corner. I didn't have a great idea yet. Oh, and look, it's a blood moon, so that means my magnum torches must be working because nothing is spawning inside the park, so that's a great success. Back to my lab equipment, I wanted to make a cool design, so I put like water on these cool looking blocks, and it looked okay. I mean, there's no practical reason why it should look like this, but it looks labby. That's when I realized none of this is actually supposed to be here. This is actually the entrance to the carnivore part of the park, so I had to remove it all, start adding in the same path that I have all around the park, and it ended up looking very nice. I just had to make it more free-flowing. Since the pathway was finished, it also reminded me that I need to make an area for where my train will park. If you don't know, I have a train station called Sock Station, and I currently have a track underground going all the way to Jurassic Sock. There's the track and tunnel, but it actually goes way past where it should be going, so I gotta fix that. I was debating where I wanted the train to pop out of the ground to see the Grand Park, either from the front or the side, and I ended up going with this way because now I'll be able to see the giant fences on my way to Jurassic Sock. All I worried about now was making a pathway and getting it all connected, and we'll worry about making it look nice later. The tricky part is that I had to take this track back underground and then connect it to the castle somehow. I found it best when I worked backwards by starting at the end point and then connecting that to the current track. It was a little bit of hide and seek and a lot of mining, but eventually I got everything connected. Right now it looks a little bit silly with these birch planks just in the air, but trust me, it's gonna look epic. And then the track goes back underground and then connects right here on the left of the castle, which is perfect. I couldn't help but notice, but actually how big my T-Rex was now. He was massive. He didn't seem aggressive at all though. He didn't attack me and all the cows were still alive. I spoke too soon though, because when I came back from a lunch break, all the cows were gone. I brought him some cows to see if he was aggressive, and he was. Look at him go. He's attacking my cows. My poor cows. This is so sad. But he still didn't attack me, so I guess he was full. Anyway, I guess everything was fine, and I decided to bring all my dinosaur technology onto the upper floor. I didn't do any cool looks with them yet because I didn't have any ideas. I made a quick stop back at my base to get some materials, and also look at my quarries, and this is just a sight. It just looks insane. But more importantly, I grabbed the rest of my dinosaur stuff, and even a couple dinosaur eggs that I made in the previous days. You know what time it is now? It's time to make a lot of dinosaurs, but this time it's going to be on the different dinosaur mod, so it's going to be a little bit different process. These dinosaurs are a little more complex. They have emotions, and I know for a fact that they actually need to eat. That being said, I have to set up this little machine called a feeder that basically stores a lot of food, and that's where they eat from. But I don't want to fill their food source manually. I want a farm to automatically put wheat into the feeder. And to do that, it's not very complicated. I just have to connect the feeders to the wheat farm, which I don't have yet, so I just have this crate and I fill it with wheat. But that puts all the wheat into those feeders. That doesn't make sense, don't worry, it will soon. But now the hard part is how do we feed the carnivores? They need to eat raw beef, and I don't have that. So my idea was to make a cow spawner, a spawner that spawns cows. As you guys know, this is modded Minecraft, so I can craft it like I crafted the spawners I use in my mob grinder upstairs. But in order to do this, I had to go capture the soul of a cow, like literally put a cow into a bottle. And from there, I was able to combine his soul to a broken spawner and make a cow spawner. How does that work? I don't know, but it just does. The only problem is that these spawners don't just spawn mobs. You have to power the spawner. And I have no power here in Jurassic Socks. My black hole is back at my base. So you know what I decided to do? I decided to build a windmill because I thought it would look cool, and it does, and it fits the theme of Jurassic Sock for some reason. You can make it a lot bigger than this, but it requires a lot of cotton. I mean like stacks and stacks of cotton, which I don't have. It was a bit confusing to set it all up because it was different machinery, but it looked really cool, so that's all that matters. The goal here was to connect it to the spawner and also the farm zone. That way the cows would spawn and then just instantly die. After putting it together, it turns out the windmill can't even connect to the spawner because they're like different mods and they're not compatible. So I ended up making solar panels because those were pretty easy to make. And voila, everything was finished. The cows would spawn and then they would get deleted from my Minecraft world. And the farm would take all the raw beef. While all this was happening, I was making a lot of dinosaurs. I mean, a lot of dinosaurs. That reminded me, this area is supposed to be only for herbivores, so that means I should change this farm to be...
I'm gonna go mine so I can, Okay, all good. See you soon when you, finish smoke. Done. Okay, so they got a big one. Nice. guess let's do this. I'm gonna, you know, try to take all of it. So I can have, you know, heaps of cash. Of, you know, jail cash. So I can be, you know, so I can level up and buy some more, you know, stuff for my room. So yeah, hopefully, you know, I might take because, you know, why not? Okay, and one more here, 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 and here, and then here. Let's put this here basically, and let's head in. Are you done? Yeah, I'm done. Nice. Let's do this then. Done. Okay, I have 42 oak log wood, and yeah, I'm gonna put it in the machine, get my money, and yeah, basically, you know. Okay. Here. Drop all of it in here. Then pick up 42. And let's buy some stuff. Let's buy some more, you know, until let's buy some beds, I guess. Oh, number level 4. Should I save it? Nah, may as well. Level 4, okay, so I'm level 4, basically. I'm nearly up to level 5, okay, cool. Let's do this then. Done. Okay, so put this. Put this here. Put this. That means more, you know, people can sleep. Like, more prisoners can sleep here. See, so, you know, more beds, more prisoners can sleep here. And where would these be? Maybe up here, if I can. Maybe up here, if I can. No. Okay, so maybe not. Maybe crap. Oh crap. Let's do this first to figure out, you know. Look, let's do this. Let's pimp it up basically. Let's pimp it up. Here. Here. Nope. Nope. Here. 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 where should, okay, here, and then let's put him here basically. Let's do this. Done. Can we please be a stepmom if you want? Sure, you can come with me. Okay, done. Oh shit, it's the next day. Hell yeah. I guess we'll head outside. Obviously, she had to do some shit. Shit. So fair enough, I guess we'll head outside, smoke some weed, watch YouTube, I guess. Okay, so where do I go for the yard? This is another office, so no, not that way. What about here we are. Here and here and then here we are. Don't watch this shit anymore.
Twice as fat?
What the hell are you doing here? There is no game. There's nothing happening here. You clicked on the wrong video. Please leave. Don't ask any questions because there will be no answers. If you can read this program, if you can read this, I can't. Well, I literally couldn't read it, so I guess I have to go forward. If you can read this, then leave. Too late. Are you still here? Why are you still here? There's literally no game. I hate to break this to you, but you're only going to be disappointed. I'm going to keep moving forward in this, and you're going to keep watching. You're not going to see anything special. Because there is no game. Alright, so if you remember back in the day, I think 2015, Lixian, put up a clip from that. What are you doing here? There's no game here. There is a... Terrible. I wish there was 5 letters, then I could say there is a penis. There was a game called There Is No Game. This is the fully fleshed version. That was a short, like...
Okay, so next.
Oh, here she comes again. Here she comes again.
Hot, Eddie.
Oh, Isaiah! Isaiah! I got a picture of it! No, you did?
No, you did? Yes, I did, dude. I got a picture of her walking the hallway. Look, where?
Oh, no. I hate that. Oh, I
Dude,
hate
see that?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Alright, come on, boys. Alright, guys. Everyone got all your equipment. I'm scared. Boys, just relax, boys. Simple break and entry.
I've done this plenty of times, Eddie. You be the first to knock on the door. I vote you.
Yeah, you're the horror VR guy.
Yeah,
Go knock on the door,
Eddie.
Eddie.
Fine. I'm gonna show you guys how brave I am, okay? Knock, knock.
Doorknob, Eddie. Doorknob.
Get on that way.
Oh my god, you just threw them. Go for
What's up, dog?
Oh no.
Dude, no.
Oh, this is freaky.
Wait, who's got the purple light?
Me?
Hola, venimos a robarte la pinche tele, güey, la bicicleta y el radio.
What the hell? Spanish?
Speak
What?
English.
Eddie, you can't keep talking like that. The furniture's gonna start floating or something, alright? Jesus Christ.
I just told them I was here for their TV, their bike, and their radio.
Hey, boys, look at this. Look at this.
In Spanish, so they don't understand what I'm saying, you know? My flashlight.
What?
Stop that, dude. What are you doing?
Dude, don't freak
Shut
me
up,
out.
dude. Okay, listen. I got my Ghostbuster detector thing.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Does that tell you how far the police are away?
If it gets red, we're doomed.
Yeah, if it gets red, that means the police are
Ah!
coming. What?
I was joking. I was just joking.
You motherfucker! You made me drop my flashlight.
I'm sorry.
Break your neck.
I hate you. The lights.
But that makes way more sense.
Oh wow!
Turn the lights on.
Okay, you can turn the lights on in the house, boys.
Lights on. That makes sense.
I dropped my crucifix. Hold on, sorry about that.
Why did you bring a crucifix to a break-in?
You know when you break in a house at 7, but you got church at 8, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm with Molly on this, dude. If I come to a scary-looking house, I'm bringing my Jesus. Crucifix, brothers. Crucifix 5.
Oh,
There's a
basement.
No, I'm not going in the.
No, I'm not going down
Dad.
there.